Feilu Novel Network exclusive contract novel. Starting with a university, I became the god of investment. Feng, known as the best graduate of Harvard University in a century, originally wanted to return to China to inherit his father's electronics factory. Unexpectedly, with a ding sound, the strongest school system has been successfully bound. Fate has changed. From then on, in Oriental University, unimaginable creativity was born and brilliant achievements that attracted world attention were achieved, with over half of the Fortune Global 500 coming from here. Photovoltaics, batteries, new energy vehicles chips, lithography machines, maglev trainsE-commerce, artificial intelligence, biomedicine 5G, aerospace, new materials. A series of revolutionary black technologies and business models have emerged in this university, each representing the world's top enterprises. What the country lacks, our school builds whatever it is. There is nothing in this world that we cannot create. A few years later, Feng discovered that one of his principals had become the god of investment, controlling the economic lifeline of the world. Feilu Novel Network reminds you that this novel and its characters are purely fictional. If there are any similarities, they are purely coincidental and should not be imitated. Chapter 1. The Strongest School System. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Magic City, within the Oriental University. The atmosphere in the office is somewhat solemn, with occasional sighs from someone. I didn't expect so many students who were finally recruited to be intercepted by Qiang University. If you ask me, I shouldn't have bought the land next to me in the beginning, offending Qiang University. Now recruit one, cut off one from Qiang College. There are no students, what's the use of just having land? Hey, I hope the principal can turn around after suffering this big loss. Our school is already large enough, so why bother giving it to Qiang College? The school's funds have all bought land, and it is said that they have also borrowed a large amount from the bank as collateral. I don't know if the salary can be paid out. The school won't just go bankrupt like this, will it? Maybe. Maybe not. In the office. A burst of whispers. Feng is also sighing. The reason for his sigh is different from others. Damn it, after watching an economic forum, why did you just cross over? Yes, this is a parallel spacetime water blue star. The time is June 2014. And his current identity is the president of a third-rate university. Dongfang University is a very young university. Young to just 1 year old. Up to now, not a single class of students has graduated. As for the freshmen, almost half of them have been intercepted by Qiang University. Just as Feng was lamenting the difficulties of the world, a slightly icy voice almost startled him to jump. Ding! The strongest school system has been successfully bound. On the surface, Feng appeared calm, but in his heart, he was extremely excited. Indeed, I have a system. I am the legendary pride of heaven. Glancing at everyone calmly, Feng spoke up. I already have a solution for the matter at Qiang University. As for the specific details, we still need to consider them in detail. Everyone, go back first and wait for my message. As soon as the words fell, everyone's eyes lit up. His expression immediately became excited and then dimmed again. They have discussed the matter of Qiang University countless times. Every time is without a clue. This move is really ruthless, it's like taking a deep blow. Who would have thought that an old third-rate university could pull its face down and try to snatch students from other schools? Dongfang University, although its name includes a university. It is indeed a registered undergraduate institution with the Education Bureau. But after all, it has only been established for a year, not to mention academic and employment opportunities. Has even the teacher for next semester implemented it? In this context, Qiang University handed out olive branches to the students. And make a promise, as long as the students from Dongfang University sign. They have a way to help these students transfer smoothly to Qiang University. Both sides hit it off at once. That's it. In just 3 or 4 months. Almost half of the students at Dongfang University have applied to drop out. Where did you go? Everyone knows it well. Everyone sighed. What do you want to say? Stop what you were about to say. I hope the principal can find a way to solve the dilemma and lead Dongfang University back to life. Otherwise, keep going like this. It won't be long before they also have to look for jobs. Without students, there will be no classes. Without class, there is no income. Many teachers here have been transferred from private universities. They are well aware of the cruelty of workplace rules. Everyone gradually walked out of the conference room. System. Yi Feng silently recited in his heart. The strongest school system is at your service. Check the school situation. Host. Yi Feng, School. Dongfang University, number of students. 870, number of teachers. 102, non-staff. 32, directly affiliated department. 12, undergraduate major. 17, school area. 3,000 acres school funding. 1.05 million yuan, school honors. None, host peach and plum value. 0, school honors. Third rank bottom ranked university, sleeping trough, this is just this little student. Isn't a school without students going bankrupt long ago? After taking a look at the information provided by the system, Yi Feng didn't calm down anymore. Can we still hold on to this little bit of funding until now? Yi Feng now only feels that he has received 10,000 critical hits. Ding, the world background has changed. In this world, schools generally do not go bankrupt unless the parties apply. The sound of the system being imperceptible came. Ding, trigger the mission, sharpen your troops and prepare your horses. A great school starts with students, and with students, there are infinite possibilities. Task reward. 10,000 peach and plum values. What? What's the use of this peach and plum value? Yi Feng was a bit confused. Ding, peach and plum values can be exchanged for various attributes and techniques from this system, which can help the host reach the legendary principle as soon as possible. Only then did Yi Feng notice the system page with an icon for redeeming goods. Attribute redemption store. 1. A library, randomly increasing learning ability by 3.5 times, worth 100,000 peach and plum points. 2. 1 teaching building, randomly increasing comprehension ability by 3.5 times, worth 100,000 peach and plum points. 3. A research institute, randomly increasing research speed by 3.5 times, worth 100,000 peach and plum values. 4. Cash of 5 million yuan, valued at 5 peach and plum values. Sleeping trough. Indeed, I am the son of fate. Yi Feng stared blankly at the panel in front of him, trembling with excitement. Dongfang University is going to board a rocket and take off. I carefully calculated it. Under 5 times the learning ability. 5 years of learning content can be completed in 1 year. In 4 years of university, I estimate that I have completed all the doctoral courses on my own. Just a simple analogy. The research results of 4 years are comparable to those of others for 20 years. This is even more intense than cheating. You need to know many experts in various fields, the kind that is renowned in the academic community. The real time for scientific research is only 20 golden years. As long as you have these experts, 1.3, or even 1.5 of your scientific research ability, it will definitely be amazing. In an instant, it feels good to be a third-rate principal. Yi Feng noticed the value of peaches and plums, it seems very valuable. A little peach and plum value is 1 million in cash. The current peach and plum values are still 0. System, how can I obtain peach and plum values? If a student successfully graduates, the host will naturally be filled with peach and plum blossoms. However, each student's nature is different and their achievements vary. Simply put, the higher the student's achievements, the more peach and plum values the host will receive, and only then can they truly achieve a world full of peach and plum values. Achievements. Is this the only student now? Feng's mood was somewhat conflicted. It seems that these peaches and plums are not worth much to obtain. This school has been closed for 180 times in its past life, yet it can still survive in this world. This world is still very similar to its past life. But there are still some subtle differences. Chapter 2. Who can I research with? You are listening at novelfull.audio. The efficiency of handling affairs has increased, and the process has also been simplified. For example, establishing a new school and offering new majors. Just apply. Add some information and it will be approved soon. But whether we can attract students or not, then we need to show our own abilities. For example, grades, papers, patents, and so on, we can see the results in about a week. Leaving the conference room, Feng plans to familiarize himself with the campus. In the small forest not far away, a faint voice could be heard. Sign. Transfer. Feng seemed to understand something, and his face looked a bit ugly. I didn't understand the tone, so I quietly touched it. In an instant, he flew into a rage. This dog is not carrying a person. Snatching someone to grab their own head. There are 3 people in total, one short and sleazy man, and the other 2 are students. The sleazy man's gaze was burning as he said, 2 classmates come over together, I can make the decision. As long as you come to our Qiang college, each person can waive 2,000 tuition fees. How about that? Director Zhang, my girlfriend is still studying here, I can't let her go. That's perfect. Bring your girlfriend along too. But it's almost exam week. Don't worry, as long as you 2 come here, the college will arrange the exams for you. Director Zhang, let's consider. The 2 still hesitated a bit. Director Zhang was also a bit anxious. You don't know, this ruined school is going to go yellow. The 2 of them were a bit dumbfounded and said, not so, right? Director Zhang chuckled and said, why not? I just changed to a young boy who is still young and inexperienced as the principal. He's about the same age as you. Can you manage the school well? The school owes a lot of debt, and soon some creditors will come knocking on them. Can we still avoid it? Moreover, Director Zhang was somewhat proud, we have also poached a lot of teachers here. I'm afraid we won't even have any teachers to teach next semester. The school belongs to others, the future belongs to oneself, you must think carefully. Feng couldn't help but walk out from behind with an angry expression on his face. The 2 students felt a little flustered when they saw someone else, so they had to turn around and leave. After all, this matter is not very honorable. Director Zhang was a bit anxious and said, 2 classmates, please leave your contact information. Here are our business cards. Director Zhang, right. What does leaving a contact information mean? Director Zhang chuckled and said, it's not very interesting. This student, are you a student here? You came just in time. Our Qiang University. What's the point? Feng interrupted him directly. Then he said, since that's the case, let your mother contact me. I need to study some things with her. As soon as these words were spoken, several people were stunned. Isn't this just grass for your horse? Director Zhang took a long time to react, his face turned pale, and his breathing was rapid. Fingering at Feng, the whole person trembled. You. Both classmates were almost bewildered. Feng's rudeness really surprised a few people. It is vastly different from the warm and jade-like appearance. The tone was calm, seemingly emotionless, but the words spoken were unbearable. Stepping on a horse, I stepped on dog poop when I went out today. When I met someone like you, Chao Nima, you're such a beast. How could you have the face to say such things? Who gave you the face? Director Zhang's face turned pig liver colored. The brain is completely blank. He has never encountered such a scene before. I have dug people before, some accepted and some refused. However, never before has Yi Feng been so shameless. There is only one student on the left and right, and a commission of 1,000 yuan will be recruited. For him, such things are commonplace. Even if you don't want to, just politely refuse, there's no need for that. But I didn't expect that young people's humanity is like a raging fire, and they won't tolerate it even if they can't bear it. Finally, I would like to advise you that whether you are studying or being a person, virtue comes first. There is talent but no virtue, just a beast. You should go back and reflect on it carefully. Okay, you have the guts, said Master Zhang with a gloomy expression, unable to resist any longer after speaking, turn around and leave. At this moment, Yi Feng suddenly lifted his foot and kicked it directly onto the opponent's fat waist. Ah! A scream came, and Director Zhang instantly stood on all fours and fell into a mess. Kid, I remember you now. You wait for me. If you don't get lost, then beat your third leg. In Yi Feng's cold eyes, there was a hint of coldness as he was about to take action. Director Zhang crawled and fled towards the distance in a disheveled manner, cursing profusely. Evil people must be treated by evil people. To punish such people, Yi Feng will never have any psychological burden. Ignoring the bewildered two, Yi Feng left straight away. In his opinion, these two people are not good birds either. Flies don't bite seamless eggs. If we firmly refuse to go to Tianning Academy, we may not even have the opportunity to meet the sleazy man. Not long after, Yi Feng came to the front of a huge square. Sleeping trough. Is this the library? Yi Feng is a bit dumbfounded. Such a rundown school, surprisingly, there are still magnificent buildings. The magnificent building in front of us, like a huge castle lying on the ground. The whole building is a double tower-shaped high-rise building with double eaves. The peacock blue glazed tile roof, the light milky gray tile exterior wall, the stone steps on the granite base, together with white marble railings, are all blue. Compared to the low teaching buildings around, it is completely out of place. Is this the first library in China built with a huge investment of 1 billion yuan? Because of this library, the school is in financial crisis. Yi Feng contacted the system and obtained various parameters of the building in front of him. Building information. The Oriental University Library has a total of 25 floors. It can accommodate a total of 50,000 people. 15 million volumes of literature in the collection among them, nearly 2 million electronic documents ranked first in comprehensive strength nationwide. Remembering cheap dad always muttering, the library is the heart of the university, no matter how hard it is, we can't be bitter with our children. Can this be related to the word bitter? Which university can compare to the top universities in China? According to Yi Feng's understanding, there are no more than 5 universities in China with a collection of over 10 million books, each of which is a top-tier university. Dongfang University, with only over 800 students, actually enjoys the most book resources in China. Yi Feng didn't know what to say anymore. Seeing the magnificent architecture in front of me, finally, a glimmer of hope rose. This university is not without merit. This luxurious place will be sufficient for at least the next few years. Yi Feng brushes his face and enters the library. The interior is somewhat deserted. It took almost half a year and has just been renovated. The entire library has not been opened yet. I'll be good, is this the library? The white houses in the beautiful country are nothing more than that. If there had been such a luxurious library in my past life, I wouldn't have only taken a master's degree from an ordinary university. Just like Lu Lao Lao entering the Grand View Garden, Yi Feng was dazzled by the various luxurious equipment. Chapter 3. Newcomer Gift Pack for the System. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. Inside, there is a book reading room, a newspaper reading area, a teacher reading room, an electronic reading room, and everything is complete. The audio.visual area, dining area, coffee area, and VR experience are all available. Is this a cinema? Is there an extreme sports area next to it? Such a luxurious library, students won't fall into depravity, will they along the way? Feng couldn't help but marvel at how luxurious Tynema was. Not to mention China, even being the world's #1 is a bit modest. Hold a magazine and look out the window from here. The afterglow of the sunset falls from the sea level. Spend a peaceful afternoon here. It's simply an enjoyment. Feng's heart twitched. I remembered something very important. The system is big. Do you have a beginner's gift package? Feng rubbed his hands and smiled sarcastically. Like a blooming chrysanthemum. System. Damn it, is it crashing? Done. Did this broken system start a self-destruct program? There are 2 types of gift packages for beginners. You can specify to draw one type and randomly draw the other. My TM mentality is about to collapse. I thought this dog system was over. 2 things. Feng caught the key point and was surprised. I was just casually asking, I didn't expect there to be a beginner's gift package. Quickly straighten your sitting posture, I didn't forget to vomit twice. Nervous yet hopeful, waiting for good luck to come. Let's start with a specific type. Feng rubbed his hands, feeling somewhat relieved. Fortunately, I asked a little more. Otherwise, this big gift package, no one has their own share. This iron rooster has already left the system the next moment. A round of quaint turntable, appearing in Feng's mind. Sleeping in bed, I'll be amazed. Feng exclaimed in surprise, this system is like a fortress. On the turntable, there are countless attributes and skills. Research Institute, increasing research speed by 3.5 times, value technology building, enhancing 3.5 times innovation capability in value affiliated hospital, enhancing 3.5 times rehabilitation capacity. Value the complete set of technologies and value in the graphene industry, the complete set of technologies and value in the 5G industry, the complete set of technologies and value in the chip industry, the photovoltaic industry. Feng immediately froze. I was stunned and couldn't say a word. The technology in the turntable is truly incredible. This is a complete set of techniques, not the half-hearted level of mastery we have now. It's impossible to measure it with money at all. If there could be 10 or 8 items, then okay. Feng admitted that he was thinking too far. A towering building rises from the ground, and glory can only rely on oneself. The road still needs to be walked step by step. As long as the peach and plum value is sufficient, are you afraid that you won't be able to buy these attributes and technologies? Feng slowly exhaled a breath, suppressed the restless and excited mood. Start the lottery. As soon as the words fell, the pointer quickly turned. Strolling all the way, one after another crossing over the techniques that made Feng's heart skip a beat. Chip technology, it's over. 5G technology, 5G is also good. Feng was howling in his heart, my 5G. I seemed to hear his call. The pointer slowly arrived at a silver grid. Seeing this situation, Feng's face lit up with joy. However, just as he was happy, the pointer slowly turned and surprisingly left the silver grid in the final movement distance. Finally, it stopped on the very small golden grid next to the silver. Damn it, it's almost technical. The library. What is this? Is it? Ding. Congratulations to the host for winning the library attribute, which increases learning ability by 3.5 times and is worth 100,000 peach and plum values. I'll be good, this attribute is really a bit awesome. Feng finally breathed a sigh of relief. If you draw something else, such as a restaurant or dormitory building, Then he's about to cry without tears. At this moment, Feng felt that the system seemed pretty good. Just dozing off, I brought a pillow. Otherwise, with these scumbags. Weak learning ability, weak self-control, and lack of progress. Relying on them to earn peach and plum value. Are you joking? If you don't fail the exam and can graduate smoothly, then you'll be burning high incense. However, with the system, it's completely different. This library alone enhances learning ability by 3.5 times. This is equivalent to, every student studying here is like a cowardly existence. The proper treatment of the protagonist, not even Feng himself has the ability to do so. The ability to concentrate, strengthen memory, and learn deeply at any time is simply terrifying. By this alone, Feng has enough confidence, build Dongfang University into a first-class university. However, the most important thing now is to draw another reward. I ran all the way and went to the restroom. I washed my hands 3 or 4 times in a row. Every immortal in the world has paid their respects once. Then I closed my eyes and started the second lottery. The pointer rotates quickly. Stop. With a drop, the pointer accurately stopped on a grid. Feng took a deep breath and slowly opened his eyes. A number catches the eye, peach and plum are worth 1,000 points. What kind of thing? Is peach and plum worth 1,000 points? Feng's mind was a bit convoluted. Just now, it was a library property worth 100,000 yuan. Now it drops directly from heaven, with only 1,000 peach and plum values. Feng felt somewhat disdainful. Even if it's just a halo of understanding from a teaching building, it's only worth 50,000 peach and plum values, that's okay. This system is like an iron rooster, its nature has not changed at all. What can I do with 1,000 peaches and plums worth? The things I like start at 30,000 yuan. This little peach and plum value is just a drop in the bucket. Feng also saw it, if peaches and plums are worth this thing, they need to be accumulated over time and slowly accumulated. One day, one can buy the desired attributes and skills. I can only comfort myself in this way. The system, in addition to purchasing attributes and technology, what's the use of these peach and plum values? The system can recover attribute points and exchange them for equivalent funds. Funds. How exactly can I exchange it? The host can convert 1 point of peach and plum value into 1 million yuan of funds in cash. The system will automatically transfer the payment to the host's account in a reasonable manner, 1.10 million. Feng's voice trembled slightly, and his breathing became rapid. A peach and plum worth 1,000 yuan is equivalent to 1 billion yuan in cash. Whether in the past or present life, it is a huge sum of money. My predecessor went to Harvard to study and only had tens of thousands of yuan in pocket money. Feng's cheap father, after decades of hard work, can only afford 4 or 5 billion yuan in assets. The 1 billion spent on building a library was all raised by selling off many core assets. Now there is 1 billion, let yourself squander it. Note that the funds exchanged by the system can only be used for school construction, and the host cannot make other purchases. The system instantly poured a bucket of cold water, breaking Feng's beautiful imagination. This system is indeed impeccable, cunning, and meticulous in its work. It's simply impossible to profit from it. These 1 billion yuan funds need to be carefully planned. Chapter 4. Can Zeng Qiang be the vice president? Seeking fresh flowers. You are listening at novelfull.audio. There are too many places where Dongfang University needs to spend money to become a top university. Discipline construction, talent introduction, research funding, and hardware facilities are all areas that require spending. Fortunately, there is also a sports stadium, 3 teaching buildings, more than 10 student dormitories, and 4 restaurants that have already been built. Although sparrows are small, they have all 5 internal organs. Although the number of students is not large, the necessary infrastructure is still quite complete. Since Yi Jingwei, also known as Yi Feng's cheap father, went to beautiful country, the position of principal has fallen on him. Some trivial matters such as academic affairs, administration, students, and foreign affairs need to be handled by a dedicated person who is suitable for the position of principal. It's not easy to find educators with emotions, ideals, and pursuits. Suddenly, a character who dares to speak out and has angry eyes like a diamond appeared in Yi Feng's mind. Zeng, it's him. A highly individualistic scholar with thought-provoking insights into current education. Anyway, let's schedule a meeting first. If you can deceive him, just lure him over. Yi Feng immediately made a phone call. Hello, Lao Yi, you're not being kind. You've been back for several days and haven't contacted your buddies. You're so upset. However, at this moment, Yi Feng had no mood to joke with the other party and directly spoke up. I run a university here and would like to invite Professor Zeng to be the president. Can you help me schedule an appointment? The other party also stopped teasing. The relationship with the old man can help you contact him. Meeting him should not be a problem, however, he is the president of a key university, so it's not easy to persuade him. You have to be mentally prepared. Subsequently, the two exchanged a few more pleasantries before hanging up the phone. As the saying goes, the speed of a train depends entirely on its front end. A thriving university must be led by a responsible, idealistic, and responsible president. Principal's office. Yi Feng sat alone at the table. A few thick sheets of paper in front of me, the secrets are all personal information. In the past 2 days, I have been neglecting sleep and food, and have formulated some reform policies. As long as it revolves around 2 aspects, the recruitment of new students and the introduction of talents. This is detailed information about 12 colleges. Yi Feng has watched it several times. The situation is even more severe than imagined. Dang dang dang. 3 knocking on the door reminds me. A mature and delicate girl walked in with information. It was Principal Assistant Li Qiang. Even the standing posture is very standard, seeming to have received professional training. It is straight, tangible, and the wrap-around skirt highlights the curve, making it particularly graceful and graceful. It is said that Yi Feng's cheap father was dug up by someone at a great cost. Indeed, it is rigorous and professional enough, truly worthy of being produced by a world-class large enterprise. Yi Feng couldn't help but marvel that having such an assistant would undoubtedly make him much easier. Principal Yi, the meeting time is coming soon, and all the leaders are here. Li Qiang said softly. How many faculty members are there? Currently, there are only 104, Yi Feng nodded slightly. Okay, Sister Li, you go first, I'll go right away. Yi Feng glanced at his watch, and these people were quite punctual. There are still 10 minutes left until the meeting starts. Dongfang University, conference room. Yi Feng looked down at the empty seat below, still feeling a bit sad. This is a whole university, with all the teachers adding up to over 100 people. This is also the first teacher conference since I became the principal. Li Qiang stood on the stage, clapped her hands, and interrupted the commotion of the crowd. Everyone, please be quiet first. This is the new president of Dongfang University, Yi Feng. Welcome everyone. A sparse round of applause rang out. Yi Feng reached out and pressed down, and the surroundings instantly quieted down. Everyone was looking at the figures on the stage. In their eyes, there are people looking forward, some numb, and some disdainful. Surprisingly, there are so many people staring at me. It seems that I don't have any dignity. At this moment, a panicked figure rushed in, interrupting Yi Feng's thoughts. The man, seeing Yi Feng on stage, was momentarily stunned and awkwardly rubbed his hands, unsure of what to say. Yi Feng didn't take it seriously and just wanted him to take his seat. He hadn't even started his speech yet. After all, people have 3 anxieties, and perhaps something urgent has delayed the meeting. Ding. Host, please be aware that this person has strong hostility. Yi Feng was slightly taken aback. Does the system still have this function? The block panel immediately appeared in my mind. Name. Wang Xiaodong Camp. Enemy potential. 56 skills. Management, 46 54ths, painting, 52 61sts, Yi Feng doesn't need to look at other attributes at all. Just a single enemy line will destroy its profession. Yi Feng wouldn't leave a wolf by his side, even though the other person doesn't even count as a sheep in his eyes. Let's wait outside for a while. Let's talk after the meeting if there's anything else. As Yi Feng's words fell, Wang Xiaodong's face instantly turned red with embarrassment, and he wanted to find a crack in the ground to crawl in. Then, he clenched his fist tightly and stared at Yi Feng, trying to remember the person who made him lose face. After a long time, he turned around and walked out, with a flash of cold in his eyes. At this moment, the entire conference room is silent as if it were a cold cicada. This new principal doesn't seem easy to deal with. This is a cadre from the Student Affairs Office, whom everyone occasionally comes into contact with. Unexpectedly, without any face, he was directly kicked out in a disheveled manner. Everyone couldn't help but sit up straight, their eyes looking at Yi Feng with some fear. For the little incident just now, Yi Feng didn't care at all. He had a lot to do and couldn't care about everyone, especially those who were hostile towards him. The new book set sail, begging for great flowers and evaluations from all readers. Chapter 5. Exaggerated Enrollment Plan, Seeking Flowers, Seeking. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Clear your throat and restart the meeting. Hello everyone, my name is Yi Feng and I am 24 years old. I graduated from Harvard Business School and have obtained dual doctoral degrees in finance and materials science from Harvard. Isn't that amazing? Principal Yi is Harvard's top student. I can't believe it. Graduating at the age of 24 is such a great talent. Oh my goodness, going to Shuemu University with such a degree is enough. The entire venue instantly became noisy, with everyone whispering and discussing. The 24-year-old double doctor is enough to demonstrate Yi Feng's excellence. Although I had heard various rumors about the new principal before coming here. But speaking in person, everyone couldn't help but be shocked. Such education and background are enough to enter any university in China. Harvard, like graduates from top universities in the world, in terms of scientific research ability alone, one can easily surpass others by a large margin, which is not related to age. Although all the teachers have the arrogance of a scholar, I still have to admit that Yi Feng is much better than himself. Yi Feng glanced around and couldn't help but sigh in his heart. The introduction of talents is already a matter of great concern for the death of Oriental University students. This year's college entrance examination has ended. Which teacher is responsible for the enrollment plan? I'm in charge. Yi Feng's words fell, and after half a cup of tea, a middle-aged woman slowly raised her hand. I looked at Yi Feng with some fear and saw that he remained calm, which made me breathe a sigh of relief. Let's talk about enrollment arrangements. Yi Feng gave an encouraging look. Dongfang University currently has 12 colleges and 17 majors participating in enrollment, with a planned enrollment of 1,700 students and 2 classes for each major, which is basically the same as last year. Listening to the other party's report, Yi Feng opened the system's insight skills. A panel appears in front of me. Name. Li Chuanxiang Camp. Neutral potential. 53 ability. Management, 41 50-seconds, research, 29 40ths, Yi Feng sighed inwardly. Director Li clearly did some work, but his work ability still needs to be reconsidered. According to the system, potential value and ability value represent the 2 most important attributes of a person. The higher the potential value, the higher a person's innate potential. The higher the upper limit that can be achieved in this field. And workability. It represents the ability currently possessed. A potential value below 50 represents the potential level of most people in third-rate universities. 50.60 is the cultivation potential of most ordinary second-tier students. For every 10 potential points added above, they represent the potential of faculty and staff in ordinary first-tier universities, 211 key universities, 985 key universities, and C9 university alliances, respectively. As for more top-notch talents, Feng just needs to think about it and cannot be too ambitious. I have a management ability of 41 points, but I am really powerless to do a good job in enrollment. Nodding, gesturing for the other person to sit down. The cultivation of students is of utmost importance in our school, and I hope everyone can take it seriously. This is a recruitment plan that I have developed. Let's discuss it all and see if there are any areas that need improvement. Li Qiang took the materials and distributed them in order. Besides, I have two more things to announce. The first thing is about the reform of faculty and staff salaries, improving everyone's salary and benefits. People think it's just a 10%, 20% increase. That's wrong. On the basis of aligning with Zhejiang University and Moda Jiaodong University in this city, we will increase it by 20.100%. However, we also need to keep up with everyone's requirements. I know there are many slackers at Dongfang University, and in the new semester, there will be an assessment of the staff's work level. Those who fail will be directly eliminated, whether they are lecturers or professors, there are no exceptions. As Feng's words fell, the entire venue fell silent for an instant, and everyone stared blankly at Feng ahead. Then, a frenzy of heated discussions erupted, and the entire conference room was as chaotic as a vegetable market. What, keep up with Mado University and Chiao Tung University. These two 985 universities are directly funded by the Ministry of Finance. Do we have money at Dongfang University? The principal is really putting in a lot of money, I just don't know how long the school's money can support it. It seems like there will be a big reshuffle, and I don't know how many people will roll up and leave. The new principal is too talkative. I studied for my master's degree at Zhejiang University, and many lecturers earn around 150,000 yuan per year. Associate professors earn around 200,000 yuan and professors earn around 250,000 yuan. If I apply for a research project, it's normal for me to earn several 100,000 yuan per year. To keep up with the two strongest universities in Magic City, our salaries can at least triple, but this assessment may not be too easy. Many young teachers who feel strong in their own abilities are eager to give it a try and have the intention of doing a big job. The shock of the crowd has not yet calmed down. The entire venue was like a calm lake, smashed into a huge rock and once again stirred up a stunning wave. Looking at the enrollment plan in their hands, everyone couldn't help but gasp for breath. According to President Ye's plan, the college is divided into 5 university departments. Electronic Science Department, Information Science Department, Economic Management Department, Science Department, and Traditional Engineering Department. A total of 28 secondary colleges and 104 undergraduate majors are involved. Taking the Department of Electronic Information as an example, it has 5 secondary colleges, including the School of Communication Engineering, the School of Electronic Information, the School of Optoelectronic Information, the School of Electrical Engineering, and the School of Integrated Circuit, each with 3.5 majors. The Finance and Economics Department focuses on business studies such as economics, finance, accounting, and business administration. The new book set sail, begging for the flowers and evaluations of all the readers. Chapter 6. Principal Yi is still too young, seeking flowers. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. The medical department mainly focuses on clinical medicine, dentistry, medical technology, pharmacy, and other related majors. The Department of Science focuses on fundamental disciplines such as mathematics, physics, chemistry, and biology. The traditional engineering department focuses on traditional engineering disciplines such as machinery, civil engineering and construction, vehicle transportation, energy and environment, and new materials. The enrollment scale has even reached a terrifying 8,000 people. If we were just waiting for the next stone, so at this moment, it's like throwing a bomb. A noisy scene, it's like a nuclear bomb exploding in place. What, recruiting over 8,000 new students, this is just a joke. So many students, how do we teach? Do we rely on self-study or are we over 100 teachers? With so many engineering majors, the required experimental instruments are astronomical numbers. Our school can't withstand the hassle anymore. There really need to be so many students, in less than a month, the school will be dragged down. Our school can't even recruit 2,000 people, and we still need 8,000. This is simply a fantasy. Principal Yi is still too young. He has to eat every bite and walk step by step. If this continues, the school will be finished. A mature and dignified professor shook his head, sighing and looking skeptical. The teachers below were discussing fiercely, shaking their heads like a tambourine and completely skeptical about this plan. Actually, Yi Feng has some understanding. After all, looking at the top 985 universities in the 4 major cities of Magic City, this number is indeed too large. For example, the largest number of undergraduate students is only 17,000 at Jiaotong University. The smallest number of undergraduate students is from Zhendan University, with less than 13,000 students. You should know that these 4 schools are all very strong and ranked among the top 20 in the country. 400-year-old prestigious schools, whether it is scientific research, teaching, employment, or student quality, are among the top in China. 3 of these 4 prestigious schools have a revenue budget exceeding 10 billion yuan. The top-ranked university, Jiaotong University, has a terrifying revenue of 17.5 billion yuan, and even Zhendan University has a revenue of 14.1 billion yuan. This amount of funds is enough to build several Eastern universities. There is no comparability between the 2 sides, and they should not be compared together. Principal Yi is a bit ambitious. Let's benchmark against a third-rate university in the Magic City. We need to persuade him. If you step too hard, it's easy to hurt yourself. Qiang, please cooperate with Director Li later to post the enrollment plan on the school's official website and do a good job of enrollment promotion. Another thing is that all expenses are aligned with those of public universities. The tuition fee is always set at 5,000 yuan per year, and the original fee standards of 12,000 and 18,000 yuan are now invalid. With this statement, the venue exploded even more directly. It's over now. Principal Yi doesn't understand management at all. Let me see, if this continues, the school won't be able to hold on for 6 months. No, it won't take a month, and I'm afraid it will have to close down. Other third-rate undergraduate programs have this fee standard that students' parents can accept. Why does the principal disagree? Is it too expensive? An old professor with gray hair directly criticized Yi Feng's new policy. This is not for the good of the students, it's pushing them into the fire pit. If we really want to charge this tuition fee, how can the school operate? Then take jujube pills. What should these students and parents do? Can Principal Yi bear this responsibility? This policy is simply nonsense. All the teachers were arguing with red faces and red ears, blowing their beards and staring blankly, almost pointing their noses and cursing Yi Feng. Private universities are no match for public universities. Without funding and financial support, life is usually difficult. Even abroad, this is the case. The most important thing for private universities is to raise funds to ensure the normal operation of the school. It is often seen on the internet that some prestigious schools abroad can attend as long as they donate money. The school really has no choice. If we don't do this, the end result will be bankruptcy and bankruptcy. Like Dongfang University, this newly established third-rate undergraduate institution, without school-run enterprises, it is impossible to maintain a balance of income and expenditure. By authorizing patents, conducting research and development for enterprises, and relying on alumni donations, it's just a joke. I don't even have a sophomore student, why do I need a bicycle? A young and energetic teacher let out a loud cry and stood up directly. Excuse me, principal. The school only charges this amount of tuition. How can we buy experimental instruments, pay salaries for our faculty and staff, and operate the school? How long can our school continue like this? The voice of the young teacher fell, and the scene fell silent for an instant. Everyone stared fixedly at Yi Feng, watching how he could turn back. The situation of the school, even if the teachers are not clear, but it has long been heard that the funds in the account are definitely less than 2 million. Such an amount, for individuals, it may be a considerable amount of funds. But for universities, for a research institution that burns money like this, it's simply a drop in the bucket. For the 4 prestigious schools in Magic City, maybe it's just the funding of a research group. How can this compare to others? I originally thought that Yi Feng was pretty good, he was a top student, and maybe he could turn the serious situation of the school around. The new book set sail, begging for the flowers and evaluations of all the readers. Chapter 7. Talent Introduction Plan. This is a direct delivery of money. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Now, a 180-degree turn. The crowd no longer indulged in extravagance, just asked Principal Yi not to fuss anymore. If this continues, the school will really turn yellow. Yi Feng can understand everyone's emotions. Although many people are paddling and fishing. But it's also a job supporting the family, you can't throw it away at will. Yi Feng pondered for a moment and spoke. Director Zhang, please check the financial account. There should be a fund received now. Okay, Principal, I'll go check right away, said Zhang Tianhao, the finance manager, somewhat skeptical. He is familiar with the financial accounts of the school. Every entry and exit will pass through his place. How much money is inside, he knows it well. Did Principal Yi really receive a sum of money? Director Zhang rushed to the finance room with the cashier Xiao Zhao. He had a vague premonition that this money might be genuine. Principal Yi's calm and composed demeanor, the aura of Zhizhu in his grasp is by no means forced. Everyone was a bit dumbfounded. What did Principal Yi say just now? Is there really a fund coming in? Has the principal raised funds and the school's predicament needs to be resolved? Then, like a basin of cold water poured down, hey, I guess Bai is happy about it. How much money can he raise? No matter how wealthy President Yi is, he cannot afford a university. Ignoring the skeptical gaze of the crowd, Yi Feng continued to speak. There is also a talent introduction plan below, which can be considered as a benefit for everyone. If you successfully join, you will receive a reward of 100,000 yuan. You can find headhunters, labor companies, classmates and teachers for help, and the school will reimburse all activity expenses. Regardless of the process, everything will be subject to the introduction results. In addition, all newly hired faculty and staff members have a minimum monthly salary of 20,000 yuan, which is distributed according to their job level and ability. There is no upper limit, and the highest coefficient of Social Security and Housing Fund payment is required. All faculty and staff members shall receive a one-time settlement fee starting from 1 million upon entry, with a research start-up fund of no less than 1 million. All newly hired faculty and staff will receive property as a gift upon entry. As long as they have worked for 3 years, they will be fully owned by themselves. If they resign, the school will reclaim them at market prices. At the same time, priority should be given to arranging children's education and reimbursing all expenses related to communication. As for the specific details, everyone can carefully study the relevant policies. Another and most important point is that the school does not have scientific research and thesis assessments, and there is no such thing as promotion and departure. Everyone can confidently recommend candidates. For outstanding scholars, everything can be discussed and everyone can let go. I support everything in the rear. Yi Feng's resounding words were like bombs falling one by one. The entire venue exploded into a chaotic vegetable market. I am also convinced. Principal Yi calls this the talent introduction plan. I'm afraid it's not a gift, is it? The talent introduction plan for general universities. That's a complete gimmick, it can even be said to be a scam. Don't worry about settling in, the living allowance is several $100,000. But that's all divided into more than 10 or 20 years. Every year, I only receive 1 or 2,000 yuan, and there are also various rigorous assessments. Is the subsidy given in one lump sum? Just kidding, it's impossible. Schools are not charitable organizations, let alone financial stragglers. Is the property given at once? It's even more impossible. Only the right to use, without actual property rights. To put it bluntly, it's the house that the school pays you to rent, and whether the house price will rise in the future has nothing to do with you. I have never heard of someone who directly delivers a house. If this wave of welfare benefits spreads, it will definitely cause a sensation in the entire academic community. Countless top talents will be attracted. Rather than being a talent introduction program, it's better to say a direct money delivery plan. Unfortunately, even the most beautiful wishes will be defeated by reality. Not to mention Dongfang University, a third-rate university, even the annual income of tens of billions of yuan at both Zhendan University and Magic City Jiaotong University cannot withstand such turmoil. This is the Magic City. The location of Dongfang University, at the southernmost end of the Magic City, even in the most remote areas, housing prices can exceed 20,000 yuan. Who would hand over millions of funds to others? Moreover, this is still a private university, all expenses have to be covered by Yi Feng himself. This is simply impossible, even if you have money, you wouldn't be so extravagant. Not to mention, there are only less than 2 million funds in the account. Everyone's faces were disheartened and low, Dongfang University is hopeless. Time passes by minute by second. The entire venue is calm and frightening at this moment, a strange atmosphere spread. Obviously, everyone doesn't believe what Yi Feng said at all, just waiting for Director Zhang's result. At that time, if there are only a few million on the account, Yi Feng couldn't save face. Will you vent your anger on others? This is what most people need to consider right now. After all, it is possible that Principal Yi is young and energetic, unable to withstand setbacks. In fact, Yi Feng also has confidence in doing so. 1,000 peach and plum values can be exchanged for 1 billion yuan. The 10,000 peach and plum value for new students entering school, but a huge sum of 10 billion yuan. I can fully afford it. Although the system is stingy, but in the future, there will be opportunities to earn peach and plum value, it should be necessary, the funds won't be too scarce. The new book set sail, begging for the flowers and evaluations of all the readers. Chapter 8. Heartbreak Report, Seeking Flowers, Seeking Evaluation. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Just as Yi Feng was chatting, a figure strolled out of the office building and arrived at an empty corner. It was Wang Xiaodong who had just been kicked out. At this moment, with a fierce expression on his face, after a moment of hesitation, a phone call was made. Heartbreak Report, Editorial Office. A hurried phone call rang out. Mao Xiaofei quickly picked it up. Hello, this is the Heart Shock Report. Do you have anything to disclose? I want to expose our principal. A compliant voice came from the opposite side. Expose the principal. Upon hearing this, Mao Xiaofei suddenly became interested. Many exclusive news articles from Heartbreak News are based on materials exposed by netizens. Whether true or false, expose it first. The bigger the situation, the better, and the more exaggerated the wording, the more effective it is. Harvest a wave of traffic first before proceeding. As for the parties involved, who can still manage so much? Many melon-eating people are very fond of this set. What do you want to expose? The voice on the other side was a bit low, as if organizing language. What exactly are you trying to expose? Is it the principal's misconduct, or is there no reason to dismiss you, or is it beating you up? Seeing that the other party couldn't say anything valuable, Mao Xiaofei became a bit impatient. None of them. What is that? Did he insult you? The other party remained somewhat silent, and Mao Xiaofei had some thoughts in his heart. This is news that can become an explosive point. In an instant, he even thought of the title. Shocked, the despicable principal has violated the youth for more than 10 years. Is it a distortion of human nature or? Not really. One sentence shattered Mao Xiaofei's imagination. Damn it. So what are you reporting? I don't have time to play with you. I heard that there is really no real information on the other side. It's probably just some trivial matters. He was too lazy to respond, and his tone became impolite. Don't hang up, wait a moment, I really want to report it. Upon hearing that Mao Xiaofei was about to hang up the phone, the other person anxiously said. I'll report him for bragging. Mao Xiaofei is a bit sluggish. Where did he come from? His brain is burned out, isn't it making fun of him? Who doesn't brag? If you brag, you can be alarmed. The editor-in-chief must have peeled my skin. Sorry, this disclosure does not meet our company's inclusion requirements. Please contact Pingpei News. Aren't you the media? Why don't you uphold justice for the people? Do we still have a way of life for the people? There was a wave of complaints from the opposite side. That also needs to have popularity, traffic, and topics. Once again, we're not a charity organization, we're hanging up. Hey, topic. Wait a minute, there's a topic. The other side anxiously said, afraid that Mao Xiaofei would hang up the phone. The other party is 24 years old, a PhD from Harvard University, or the president. Mao Xiaofei nodded, somewhat of a topic. But that's not enough, I still can't get on the Heartbreak report. The president has a university since he was only 24 years old, and now he is offering 2 million to recruit teachers. He also wants to give each teacher a house to share their magic. And spent 1 billion yuan to build the largest library in China, threatening to trample on Zhendan University and Magic City Jiaotong University, and to become the best university in all Magic City. Wang Xiaodong was afraid that the other party would hang up the phone, so he spoke out everything he knew in one breath. How to exaggerate words. Whether Yi Feng said it or not, it was him who said it. Anyway, we can't verify it. How can the topic explode? Mao Xiaofei is a bit dumbfounded, the explosive material is a bit fierce. Enough to push this news to the hot search, it has developed this time. Ye's father scattered billions of assets and founded Dongfang University, but he never expected to squander it like this. Enough is enough, just rely on these few. This time on the trending headlines, I directly booked the Heartbreak report. Listening to the other person still talking incessantly, Mao Xiaofei was so excited that he almost flew up. Just this news. Enough to make him take off in place, promotion and salary increase are not a problem. As for whether it is true or false, it doesn't matter and doesn't matter. Netizens should be shocked when they see it. Human blood Mantu is human blood Mantu, don't have to worry too much. Hurriedly hung up the phone, Mao Xiaofei headed straight to the editor-in-chief's office. Editor-in-chief Lu, there's a new topic, this time it's definitely explosive. Editor-in-chief Lu was somewhat surprised and said, what topic? Mao Xiaofei gave a vivid speech once, I still remember to play the recording that was sent over. The editor-in-chief was also stunned. The two of them stared wide and small, both able to see the fanaticism in each other's eyes. At the age of 24, Dr. Havel, a playboy, super rich, with a fortune of over 1 billion yuan, recruited teachers for 2 million yuan, and given a house as a gift upon joining the company. Any combination of two words here, it could trigger a heated discussion. If everything is put together, that's the big news of exploding in place and airing headlines. Who can steal this headline? This headline is really solid. It's not far from Dongfang University from here either. Take two teams over quickly and dig more insider information. We have made a surprise reservation for this headline. Leading the team, going out, hurry over without stopping. Conference room of Dongfang University. The atmosphere is a bit eerie. Many faculty members were shocked to the point of numbness. A bill of funds in front of me, a red string of numbers is printed on it, verified several times. That's right, it's in the tens, a whole billion. It arrived 20 minutes ago and the time was displayed very clearly. The new book set sail, begging for the flowers and evaluations of all the readers. Chapter 9. Internet explosion, seeking flowers, seeking evaluation. You are listening at novelfull.audio. The transaction number and printing time are all on it. Everyone checked again and again. This is absolutely right. Some even checked it out on behalf of connections. It was a call from an overseas Yi family account. This is not wrong. As for the bank, such a large amount of funds has been remitted in from abroad. It has been widely circulated in the industry for a long time. After being shocked, everyone looked at Yi Feng with some complexity. 1 billion. They can't earn money that they can never make in their lifetimes. Surprisingly, it was right in front of me. It should still be used directly for education. May I ask, in the vast and prosperous China, who can achieve it? Only the young man in front of me is there. It's like the waves behind the Yangtze River pushing the waves ahead. Dongfang University, under the leadership of this young man, perhaps it can really soar upwards, and perhaps it can also rise up. After the meeting, Yi Feng went straight back to the office. Consider various policies for school reform. Although, the system is in hand. A library has increased learning ability 5 times. Enough to give Oriental University wings to soar and become the cornerstone of its rise. System, what other functions do you have? Can you reveal them? Thinking of the insight that suddenly appeared in the meeting. There must be other features that haven't been explored yet. Host permissions are too low, most functions are not authorized to know a mechanical sound came from the system. Most of it. That's it. There's a small part that we can now know. Seizing the loophole in the system conversation, Yi Feng pursued and asked. At present, there is insight that can scan the attributes of physical objects and characters. There is a search tool that costs a certain peach and plum value, and can search for talents with specified attributes within a radius of 5 kilometers. There is a unlucky luck ring, which costs a certain peach and plum value and can be exchanged for a chance to use it once. The winner will be plagued by bad luck within a month. There is a weakening aura. For betrayers, the host can choose to strip them of their acquired attributes, spend peach and plum points, and strip them of their original attribute points. Oh my God, such a system is really a fortress. This kind of ability is really amazing. As long as there is peach and plum value, then all enemies are paper tigers. With a wave of your hand, you can make them fly to ashes. Yi Feng couldn't suppress his excited mood. This kind of skill is really effective. Each item can be considered as an incredible feat. With these 3 weapons, it is definitely like adding wings to a tiger. For traders and leaks in the future. Many times, legal weapons are simply not useful. With a weakened aura, the fate of the trader will never be too good. There are too many secrets of Dongfang University. There is never a shortage of truly intelligent people in this world. There are many things that people with a heart will definitely discover. With these 3 weapons, it will be much more convenient to do things in the future. At this moment, rumors about Yi Feng have exploded on the internet. Initially, a news article published in the Heart Shock newspaper exploded throughout the audience. The topic of the son of a wealthy man climbed the Weibo hot search at an astonishing speed. Heartbreak report. Shocked. The son of a wealthy man should have done such a thing. As soon as the news came out, it immediately surged to the top of the hot search list. For hashtag the son of a wealthy man donates billions naked, but the playboy squanders everything hashtag are you tempted by the job of hiring 2 million teachers for 6 hashtag and providing immediate housing upon entry hashtag 7 hashtag the most luxurious library in history, the youngest double material PhD in history, even threatened to step on the 4 famous universities of Magic City hashtag 8 number 2 million, just to recruit teachers. Is this a show or a genuine education? One by one, extremely exaggerated hot words, let all topics related to Feng directly become popular on the internet. And, at an exceptionally terrifying speed, make headlines on the front pages of major portal websites. Multimedia, I haven't encountered any explosive news in a long time. Major portal websites have also followed suit, regardless of whether it's true or false. Let's first dampen the heat before we talk. Based on that recording, with their level of writing and the addition of certain suggestive words, for example, it is suspected that Principal Yi is holding hands with a certain celebrity, Principal Yi is suspected of nightclub consumption, suspected of infidelity, and so on. Combined with seemingly plausible photos, it is absolutely possible to edit hot news on the entire network. Pengpei News. Mysterious billionaires donate billions naked, but unexpectedly end up in this class. The topic was initiated by Xinjiang Daily and Pengpei News, then some other media, official account and Big V, entered. Southern Metropolis Daily. A 24-year-old young doctor intellectual woman. The son of a mysterious billionaire with billions of assets, who actually loves her. Until the end, Pahu, Mai, Jianya, Duban, self-media accounts, and others joined the discussion camp, sparking a nationwide craze. Any popular video. The accompanying picture is not Yi Feng's handsome face, it's the Gemini Library, or it's directly at the gate of Oriental University. As for the content, it is simply diverse. It is said that Yi Feng is just shouting slogans for a show. Someone is exploring Yi Feng's identity, someone is looking for Yi Feng as their boyfriend. There are also many netizens. Because of Yi Feng, we had a heated argument and almost got into a fight. Netizen, I love big stars. Yi Shen is really blinding my titanium alloy dog eyes. If you throw away billions, please hold on to Yi Shen's thigh. The new book set sail, begging for the flowers and evaluations of all the readers. Chapter 10. Continuous fermentation, seeking flowers, seeking evaluation. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Netizen entertainment industry detective. Yi Shen's funding has definitely set a record for the highest level of internal public welfare. Those third-tier celebrities who donate tens of thousands of yuan and just post Weibo posts every day, are you feeling inferior? Netizen, I want to go to Shuimu. I have just reached the second-tier entrance exam this year. Can I attend Yi Shen's school? Netizen, I plan to retake. I failed the college entrance examination this year, and I am paying a lot of money to meet the score line of Dongfang University over the years. A netizen on campus knows everything. Dongfang University is amazing, Yi Shen 666. I really regret not being just a master's student. Otherwise, I had to go to Dongfang University and become a little assistant. Netizen student is a researcher. It's sour, 2 million, I can't save so much in my lifetime. Netizen earning money to support their family. Just a weak question from outsiders, is it possible to have 2 million yuan in cash as soon as you start working? Can I call all my relatives and friends here? I've been overthinking it upstairs. I'm doing scientific research at a 985 university, which is usually divided into 20 years of distribution. There are research assessment tasks every year, and if I don't achieve them, I have to be advised. There's nothing else to do, let's not talk about it. I'll go do experiments. Worshipping the great deity, there are so many tricks in your circle. I'd better go back to the countryside. Netizen, I love learning. With the presence of Yi Shen, Dongfang University will surely soar, with posts as evidence. Within 10 years, it will definitely be ranked as a second-rate university, otherwise live streaming will be a waste. The taste upstairs is so strong, don't deceive shit into eating it. Yi Shen is really amazing. Dongfang University doesn't step into a second-rate school, I'll live stream and run naked. Netizen, I am chasing a goddess. The goddess is in the pink leaf god. Originally, I was jealous, but I have to say, the integrity of the leaf god is truly unparalleled. I can understand the mood of the landlord. Now that female ticket holders are constantly scrolling through Yi Shen's news, I have already been neglected. Please crack it. The netizen went back to the past and said, Dad Yi, please take my knee and let's be friends, just hold my thigh. Due to the addition of some flower girls, the entire floor was crooked. What everyone is concerned about is no longer the talent introduction plan, but Yi Feng's appearance and assets. Such a handsome little brother, I really want to give birth to a monkey for him. A former netizen turned against me and said, Yi Shen is really too social. He deserves to be a god of wealth. If you throw away billions, just throw them away. Please take care of them. Netizen only loves big white rabbit. Upstairs, I'm thinking nonsense. How could Yi Shen take a liking to you, this little bitch? He loves me the most, this charming little fairy. Netizen, I am Yen Kong. You only see Yi Shenhua investing heavily in education. Who could have seen him struggling now? I feel sorry for Yi Shenhua for 3 seconds, sobbing. Principal Wang, the Discipline Inspection Commission of the entertainment industry, personally shouted, whenever I have a bite to eat, I won't let Principal Yi drink soup. Please rest assured. Principal Wang came out at the right time to stand on the platform for Yi Feng, and unexpectedly harvested a large wave of fans. Netizens love to eat chicken the most. Let me reveal a secret, Yi Shen and I grew up wearing the same pants. This kid has been smart since childhood. Upstairs is farting, how could Yi Shen possibly wear your pants? You should wear Yi Shen's pants more or less. A certain educational and training institution. Good news, congratulations to our student Yi Feng, who has achieved success in his studies and returned to China. A certain beauty agency. Want to know why Yi Shen is even more handsome than a goddess? Click on the link to make an appointment. A certain restaurant posted a photo resembling Yi Feng, saying, it turns out that Yi Shen loves this delicious food alone. Various shocks, revelations, exclusive secrets, first-hand information, in a moment, it swept across the entire network like a sky and earth. As long as it's a topic related to Yi Feng, the popularity is increasing rapidly, and there are constantly comments and reposts from younger readers. It feels like getting on a rocket and constantly surpassing the top spot on the hot search list. The servers of various media platforms were almost overwhelmed. They haven't experienced this kind of pain and happiness for a long time. Onlooker, I don't mind big things, I love watching the excitement the most. And major media outlets. Those who cater to their preferences and enjoy both sides are digging into various revelations about Yi Feng. As long as it's about words like Yi Feng and Dongfang University, it will definitely attract a large wave of attention. Many unscrupulous media outlets who touch porcelain, within just one day, I just got the traffic that hasn't been huge for the past month. With the help of Yi Feng's east wind, everyone earns a lot of money. Heartbreak report, the first to expose Yi Feng, naturally, it was a ruthless search for a wave of traffic. Crazy efforts have caught the attention of the audience and returned to the public sight. As for distorting the facts and slandering Yi Feng for wanting to step on the 4 famous schools of Magic City, it has not spread at all. The media is not a fool either, burning down billions of people for education, how could it be so vilified? The masses wouldn't even buy it. There is no one in the industry who is unclear about the urinary nature of heart attacks. Exaggerating and distorting facts is their daily operation. The storm on the internet has gradually spread to the academic community. The Galaxy Research Circle, a discussion community for the life and work of scientific researchers. The members are mainly masters and doctoral students from major universities and research institutes in China. However, in recent years, the development has been good, and many experts in the scientific research field have also begun to exchange ideas on this topic. A chat section in the Galaxy Scientific Research Circle. There are only dozens of posts at ordinary times, and they are basically roast about the research dog's hard life. Countless grassroots researchers, it's too hard. Unable to breathe under the pressure of scientific research tasks. Look at Dongfang University, it is simply a holy land in the hearts of countless research dogs. The recording by Principal Yi. It's like dropping a bomb, directly flipped the research circle upside down. The new book set sail, begging for the flowers and evaluations of all the readers.